Hello there. I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting to see me. In all the decisions I made throughout my public life, nothing would have created a bigger impact such as this. And in a time where problems like this need to be addressed, I'm here to speak to you. No longer am I here to force you to like everything I say. No longer am I here to stop you from hating me. I'm just here to talk. The first thing I'd like to address is the failure that is my Steamy Awards video. This video was not just an abomination, it was an all-time low for my channel. What was once thought out to be an informative and educational video would lead into a mess of misinformation and dishonesty, with people saying that it was rushed and felt more like an advertisement than a documentary. And I couldn't agree more. Focusing less on the problem at stake and instead branching off into unrelated territory that shouldn't have been touched upon. Because of my poor decisions and lack of sensitivity, it turned out to be a complete embarrassment to the fandom, which leads me to the next problem. Comparing politics to the Thomas fandom. I didn't know what I was thinking when I associated a real-life controversial topic to a fandom who loves choo-choo trains. Not only is that extremely vile, it's also disgusting. I couldn't have felt more ashamed from now understanding what the deeper meaning behind it was. I now realize that politics do not work in any fandom of any kind. My political views will be far separated from the Thomas fandom from here on out. But it wouldn't really matter in the end, as the damage is already done. Another thing I'd like to bring up is the failure of my very own community. It was unprepared, it was unprecedented, it was sloppy, and it was unfinished. And I do admit, it was an extremely stupid idea from the start to overpower such an enormous fandom. But one thing that really hurt me the most was how I mistreated our fandom. For the past couple of years, I've always thought our fandom was nothing more than a bunch of degenerates and people simply looking for Twitter clout. But now, I came to realize that it wasn't the case. The content made by our fans are made with passion, dedication, hard work, and pride. Their content had made so many accomplishments that made the Thomas fandom stand out from all the rest. And what have I accomplished? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All I did was cause a bad rep in the community, and because of it, I've lost a lot of things. I lost my friends. I lost my trust. I lost my credibility. But worst of all, I lost everything. All my hopes and dreams for this year have now been crushed because of this incident. Because I am a dunce. I am a loser. And I'm a fool. And dare I say, I now classify myself as the worst person in the Thomas fandom. Yes, I said it. And I dare you to find anyone else out there who is worse than me, because there isn't. No one has ever caused this amount of destruction in their life than me. So if you want to hate me for the rest of your life, then that's fine. If you're going to block me or straight up ignore me because of this incident, then that's also fine. Because at this point, people will likely think what I did as being unforgivable. I can't feel sorry enough on how I mistreated everyone and made them feel like an asshole. Because at the end of the day, it's me who's the asshole here. You fans deserve better, and I wish I could have done better. I'm extremely sorry for all the people who had to deal with this unnecessary situation. What I'm about to do next is list the name of people I apologize to the most. And if your name hasn't been called, I haven't forgotten about you. You share the same amount of care as everyone else I'll be listing here today. These names are in no particular order, and this will probably be the last time I get to speak to any of these people. But anyway, here's the list. James is here. Flying Pringle. Jacob Hayes. Enterprising Engines 93. Brandon Hargis. Piece of J. Jesse Ortez. Thomas HD Media. Thomas HD Classics. Railway Sparrow. Gannon's Post. Google Corn. Jack's Trains. Aiden the Wolf Engine Productions. Tons of Trackmaster. Bosher Blue. Mr. Cool Blue. Mr. Ryan. And to all the people in my Discord server before the incident. You all have my sincerest apologies. I have wronged you. You guys provide a lot of stuff that I can only dream about, and I'm so thankful to be blessed with all the things that you have provided for me. It really means a lot. Thank you. Now the biggest question you might have in your heads right now is whether or not I will be leaving the internet entirely. The answer to that question is no. There will be no name changes or rebrands either. Everyone will still get to know me as the Blue Puffball, the guy you know and hate. I still have big plans coming for this year, and I won't let this little incident get in the way with some of the bigger projects I have in the future, even if I have to tackle some of my passion projects alone. But I do want to give this opportunity to tell you something you might not fully agree with at first. Despite all my hardships I had for the past couple days, I still firmly believe that even the worst kinds of people can still get a chance of redeeming themselves in our world. But this won't be an easy task. It might take a couple of days, months, or even years. But if it's all paid off, then it'll be fully worth it in the end. I'm ready to commit to probably one of the hardest things to accomplish in the history of mankind. But it's a risk that's definitely worth taking. And there's one final thing to say to end this elongated speech. No matter what happens to me or the fandom, one thing will never change. Our compassion and love for our little blue tank engine that we grew up with for so many years will stay in our hearts for decades to come. But no matter how much content that we provide to everyone, in the end, it's not about the competition, nor is it about being the best, but because that we're a community that wants to have fun. So stay strong, be brave, and make Wilbert Audrey proud. I may not be the best, or probably never will be the best, but I will always strive to be like the best by using my motto, only the best is good enough, because people deserve the best. And if we can make 2023 the best year we ever got, then our fandom can most certainly be the best. You are all really useful engines in our world. If you stayed through the entire video, then you are considered a true Chad and a true member in our community. Thank you for everything.